All right, let's talk about polymorphism in Python in our today. This is our today's topic of the video. So, before we get started about the polymorphism technical side, let's talk about what the word polymorphism stands for. So, polymorphism stands for many forms. All right. So many forms. So in programming, it refers to methods, functions, or operators which can with the same name, which can be utilized, which can be utilized on many objects or classes. This is what polymorphism stands for in programming or in Python. So let's talk about function polymorphism. So one example we can take from Python itself is of the length function, like length function, like this. So a length function can be used on different objects and it can be utilized. So let's say we apply this code called let's say if we apply we have this string called hello world. All right, and now I want to know the length of this string. So all I have to do is I'll call this function, and inside it I'll place this variable and print it out, and it will automatically give me the result, which we can see as well by doing the sorry. Right, so let's save this file first before we move forward and we run this program. So let's save it polymorphism.py and yeah, let's run this program now. And we will see what the output gonna be. Here is the length of the string like this. All right. So now, if we apply the same thing on tuple like this, so it can easily be applied on the same tuple as well. Like let's say apple, banana, pear, or cherry. And now if I say print length my tuple, so it can do that. So basically, this is a concept of polymorphism that that's something which can be applied on multiple things. Here it is. It's 3 over here. So this is how it works. So if I apply the same length function on dictionary, it will also apply, I mean, the same thing or the list and stuff. So this is what the concept of polymorphism actually is. So now let's talk about how to create a polymorphism class. So before we do that, let's talk about polymorphism is often used in class methods where we can have multiple classes with the same method name. All right. So for example, let's say we have 3 classes, car, boat, and plane, and they all have the same method called move. Now let's uh, do it like let's create a different classes with the same method. All right. So let's say class car, and I'm defining an init function in it. We discussed the functionality of init method in detail in one of our previous videos. Just in case if you want to look at it, you can go back into the playlist and check it out. Model, we took three parameters. One is self, the other two are parameters of brand and model. So self dot brand equal to brand and self dot model equal to model. Define move, and we're gonna create a new function called move, and every time this function is called, it will be assumed that it means drive. All right. Now let's create another class board. Define init self brand model self dot brand equal to brand self dot model equal to model, and then we take another move function, and this time it would just mean sale because abort means sale. The functionalities remains the same but with a different keyword. And now let's say plain, and the same functionality we're gonna apply here, and self dot brand equal to brand self dot model equal to model, and define move and self brand fly. So this is how it goes. Now let's create a function car1, and we say car, and we're gonna name it as Ford. Let's say there are two cars, Mustang, and we have created a car object. And let's say we create a boat object. Boat object, boat one equal to boat. Let's say you name whatever you want to name it. And then let's create a plane object. So plane one, plane Boeing 747. You can name whatever. Now let's say we want to call, we trying to look for X in car one, car plane one, and boat one, and plane one. So X dot move, we're gonna call this function, and what it's gonna return us as. Let's see. Look, so due to polymorphism, we could execute the same method for all, executed the same method for all three classes. So this is what polymorphism is all about. All right. So now let's talk about inheritance class polymorphism. So let's say if we have classes with child classes with the same name, can we still use, can we use polymorphism there as well? Well, yes. Yes. If we use the example above and make a parent class called vehicle and then make car, boat, plane, child classes of vehicle, the child classes then inherits the vehicle methods but can override them. Like let's do this. Like let's create a class vehicle and make car, boat, plane, child classes of vehicle. All right. So let's say class vehicle define init. Let's call the method self brand model, and self dot brand equal to brand, self dot model equal to model. Define move self, print move. Now let's call class car vehicle. What it will do is I'll not add anything extra into my code, because we talked earlier about the past statement that when you don't want to add anything, any new properties, you add the pass option. So class boat vehicle. Now let's say define. If I want to add something here, I can. I want to call it sale, not move, because about sales. Now let's say class plane, and I inherit all the vehicle properties. And then I also define another functionality inside it, like the same functionality but with the different name. So now if I call all of this, I create new objects. Wait, create car object. Car1 equal to car, Ford, Mustang, boat. Create a boat object. Boat1 equal to boat, Ibiza, Touring 20. Create a plane object. Plane1, plane, Boeing 747. So for X in car1, boat1, plane1, print X dot brand, print X dot model, and print and X dot move to. All right, let's save it, and now let's run it. So basically, child class inherits the properties and methods from the parent class. All right, like this. So this is how, because of polymorphism, we can execute the same method for all classes. So this is basically the concept of polymorphism. I hope everyone understood it. See you guys in the next video.